Afternoon, YouTube. It's afternoon. I just finished my lunch. And welcome back to another episode of Jason finishes the grout in the bathroom. So just getting the chat set up over here so I can read it because it's going to be so far away. I'll be working up here. I've got my stepladder set up already as well and a new tub of grout. So that's most definitely a good thing. I ran out of grout, premix grout as well. And I like using premix. It is, let me show you what I've got here. Here's my rubber float. Here is the premix Koala Buenos Dias. And this is from Home Depot, grout ready to use and easy to spread it clean, stain resistant. We'll see how stain resistant it actually is when we go to apply it. And doesn't really say much anything else about this one. It's bright white. You can see a difference between what I've done already yesterday, right? And what needs to get done. The part that you can't see the lines, all that needs to get done now because I couldn't reach it. You know, got Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. But got a brand new tub. Buying 2 of these versus 1 gallon one, the gallon was like 45 bucks. One of these was only $17. Minus my, you know, the pro deal discount. So 10%. So 15 bucks. Kendall, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in and supporting as always. And so this is good stuff, good to use, you know. I'm not in the business of it. I don't need extra. And watching how some of these people on YouTube grout, you know, there's a lot of excess, which is probably why they buy so much. As you saw how I did it yesterday, I was very methodical, you know, in spreading the grout in where it needed to be. And it worked out fine for me. Less mess, number one. Less to clean up instead of spreading it all over the tiles. Plus, this kind of tile, it's rough. I don't know what the term is called. If it's terracotta or something like that, you know. But it's rough and it's not very easy to clean compared to a tile that's glossy or glass. You know. I just realized I didn't scrape off the old caulking over on the wall here. Right next to the grout. I thought I had, so I need to apply some more there too. But we got the premix, we've got the step ladder so I can reach, and even though I'm wearing sneakers, I'm gonna tie them still so that I can ensure that I have solid footing when I'm stepping around and such, you know. So we'll go ahead and do that first. But Dilly Streams, good to see you. For those of you that have done this before, you know. I mean, this is the second time I've ever grouted anything. My second day ever. Yesterday was my first time to ever do this kind of a project. And lots of lessons learned when I do it again. Because when I look at what I've done here, and then I look at the rest of the grout in the bathroom, it's like, I want to re-grout everything now. The problem is, I don't want to re-grout everything now, you know? But it looks so good in comparison. And maybe I will, you know. Maybe I will. Maybe it turns into one of those other projects. And if I do decide to do that, I will get that gallon bucket. Because what I've got right now is just enough to finish this. And I'll have excess left over. Probably could do the surround around the bathtub, the hot tub over here. You know, great progress since you last. Yeah, no, so I basically did this entire wall with the exception of the top, that wall. Over here, and I still have to do the top part of this wall here. Let me show you. Over here, as you can see, it's not done yet either. All right, so this wall here. But everything below the mosaic tile, all right, everything below the mosaic tile is done. As you can see, bringing it all the way around and across, all right, with the exception of the top area. So that's what we're going to focus on now, and then we're going to finish this project today though. That's the goal, to finish today. You know, so we're going to start out with this wall here, work myself all the way around and then down or up, you know. I think that's the path of least resistance, for lack of a better term. You know, I've got I am mic'd up today as well. I'm going to try to do my best to try to stay clean also. Why? I don't like being dirty. You know, I don't like that stuff on my hands. My hands dry out with it all and that powdery stuff, you know. And then when I got to go to the bathroom, you know, I don't want to, have to. I mean, I could take the glove off and then go to the bathroom as I need to, and wash my hands and then go to the bathroom, as opposed to now I really have to go to, wash my hands off and scrub all the crap off so it doesn't get on my stuff, But yeah, so I'm confident everything is cleaned off and up to speed up there. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open and make it happen, shall we? So the premix, it's bright white, same as what I did yesterday. Now check this out real quick also before we get started. Let me put the cap back on this. Oh, you know what else I need? I need a bucket of water. I'm gonna cap this back up. Why? So it doesn't dry so fast. But remember how it's squeegeeing, into the bucket, right? Well, when I dumped the water out of the bucket, all of this extra residue was still left over. All the squeeze out, right? All the squeeze out was left out. And I was like, I wonder if I could reuse that stuff, but I'm not going to. And what sucks is that, look, there's just about, can you kind of see that? There's this much left over of that squeeze out. What a waste. What a waste of grout. It's like, man, can I repurpose this? I'm not going to repurpose this in this grout here, I might just use it as something for the garden or something like that, or, just throw it out there. Well, it seemed like, wow, what a waste. And when they grout on YouTube, they're spreading it all over, just getting it all over the place. And it looked like a much more of a mess than it was for, cleaning up. That's why I'm doing it just a little bit at a time, not doing the whole thing, because I'm trying to clean less. You can use that on the rest of the bathroom, make life easier on yourself. Well, why would I would just get new stuff, because I don't know if all that stuff has been washed out, but it will still adhere. You know what I mean? But I'm not going, at this point, I'm not going to do the rest of the bathroom, Joker. And if I do decide to do the rest of the bathroom, I'll just buy a new tub. I'd rather use clean, fresh, premixed grout versus the squeeze out. And Google it, Google it. I Googled it last night. I said, can you use the squeeze out from the grout to squeeze out? And Google doesn't recommend it. I don't know about that stuff, having been, rinsed out and, if you will, filtered through. But, for the stuff, is it the same exact stuff that I use? Because color match is an important thing too, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for posting that link. I'll have to look at it later on because I'm going to do this now. And I've got the gloves on and we're going to make it happen. But thank you very much for sharing that. All right. So just a little bit at a time. I am mic'd up, so it sounds a little bit different now. Oh, you know what I want to do too? I need to get a bucket of water handy for squeezing out stuff. So put this stuff back up here and then fill this with water. I got two buckets of water this time. One for squeeze out and then one will be for clean water rinse. Sebastian, good to see you. Thank you very much. Hola. Buenos dias. All right, so we'll use the red bucket for squeeze out. Actually, we use since it's already dirty. And then we'll use the blue bucket for clean water rinse. What is that product that you posted in the link also, Joker? Is more grout? And what's special about it? I can't click on the link right now because if I click on the link from the phone, it will turn the stream off. And I'm not going to do that right now, obviously. So put the other bucket there. And clean up my workspace. I'm ready to go. Oh wait, I got to turn on the thing here so I can at least look over and say, oh, someone's chatting. All right, so where am I here? There, and top of the shower is what we need to get, and the other wall. So, cool. And how will it make life easier on me, depending on what that is? Because, like I said, I don't know what that is. But explain, because I'm doing this right now. Please, that is please, Joker. You know what? I need to prep this a little bit better too. It's a little bit dirty up there. We'll just use a paper towel. Get some water. Yeah, I didn't even think to, because I didn't reach up here, I didn't even think to wipe this down, you know? So you gotta take a moment to do that and prep the area. I should have grabbed the microfiber cloth instead. This is getting torn up. Or a sponge. So we'll do that. We'll just get this yellow sponge over here and use this to wipe it. Because I did not and water's not going to really touch this top part either anyway, but I want it to look proper, if you will. Legendary Princess, thank you very much. It makes the old grout white again. Oh, it's cleaner. Okay. That would make life easier on myself. Thank you very much for letting me know, for sure. And I am all about that. You know, all about that. So, turn the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Just over here on this side. Good call, Joker. Good call. Appreciate that. You know what? I'm actually gonna grab the tool and scrape some of this away before we get. We'll scrape some of this away up top here. Which also means I've got to change the blade, the grout blade, because bare metal is showing here, it's leaving dark marks. In other words, it's worn out. So that is what we're going to do now. Here's a spare blade that it came with. It's in there pretty secure. I've got to use a wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver to open it up. See right here? Wonder if I even needed that Phillips or the wrench on the other side. I was able to break so it's not on there that tight, but tight enough. So here, one more turn. There you go. Boom. See? here. Put that there. The other one. I'm holding the nuts in place so I don't have to jacker with, putting it back. New blade. So I'm still holding the nuts on the other side in place. Just replacing the blade like so. We'll get one screw screwed in, partially. We'll grab the other screw, and that way I don't have to hold it at that weird angle. And then, now that it's there, I can go ahead and tighten down easy. 1, 2, and we can scrape away and score the tops over here also, or this area here that needs it. Not pressing too hard, not taking away a lot. Taking away what it must. Not too bad. Aruba, good to see you. That's the tiniest hatchet I've ever seen. I know, right? All right, now I'm ready to start grouting stuff. Everything's cleaned up, and yeah, let's go from there. We're gonna work our way around clockwise because I'm right-handed. I want to move in that direction, if that makes sense to you guys. So basically, my right hand comes out this way, as opposed to going this way. I think that'll be the better way to go. So don't need the tiny hatchet anymore. At least for right now, we'll see. And sponge is there, that's there. And let's make it happen. Boom, boom. Get my little floaty float. Minimize the amount that's wasted, if you will, all right? Minimize the amount that actually falls on the floor. Why? Because I like to. Is it gonna take longer compared to just slopping it on and spreading it out like all those YouTubers were doing, you know, when they apply their stuff? Maybe, but that's my prerogative. Again, I'm not on a job, you know? People that are doing this for a living, they've got to move on to the next job. They need to be done with their task as fast as possible, all right, so that they can move on to the next house or project or whatever they're doing, working on, you know? So they're just slopping it on there, cleaning it up. That's what it looks like to me anyway. I'm like, wow, what a lot of waste. Like, they got a giant trowel or giant rubber float, a big one, much bigger than this, and they use the entire thing like this and they just slop it on. And I'm like, wow, there is a lot of waste, is what it looks like to me, you know? I'm gonna put my cover on, decrease the drying of it. And the little bits that fall off, that's fine. It's just little bits. I don't like the way I'm positioned. I need to face it. Work smarter, not harder, right? And again, I just do a little bit at a time. One direction, the other direction, so it adheres to both sides of the gap. And it's at an angle. It's not quite 45. 45 to the wall would be like this, but I think that's just too much. But this is my method. The right method works for me. So I figured it out, so to speak. Will I remember this again in the future? You know what? I'll remember as I go. If that makes sense to you too. In other words, I'll probably end up watching another YouTube video on how to do this when I do this again in the future. And if I do this again in the future. Right? Let's get the top. Since I'm here now. And you know what? I am going to wipe this down now too. Even though it's a small section. Why? Because I can. So squeeze out is going to be, I said it was going to be this one. Oh, wow, it's still fresh. And it makes it, the cleanup, if you will, a little easier when you do it while it's not completely dry. Going 45 to, or 90 degrees to the angle. Clean side. right, so blue's going to be squeeze out, and then red's going to be the rinse. Or clean water. Yeah, I didn't squeeze it out good enough from that last one. Again, I didn't squeeze it out good enough. Too much water on the thing. Karate Kid Part 5. Make yourself your weekend and you'll straight. Yeah, no kidding, right? It's a good idea. It's a good idea. So I'm doing a 2-bucket rinse squeegee this time. One for the initial squeeze, and the other one so it's a little cleaner. Wow, it's really soppy. And I don't want to twist the sponge because for fear of just tearing it. Yes, I've done that before too. What's up with the water? It seems really wet. But whatever. Like more wet than normal. Compared to yesterday when I was sponging it, you know? This is the same sponge. All right, got 6 people watching. Thank you all very much for being here. I'm not putting extra pressure on it either. So why is it so wet? Super weird. And it's not so much weekend. I think it's just it's more of ambidextrous. I'm not so ambidextrous. And so using my weekend though is a good idea just the same. Yeah, it's really wet. Maybe it's the grout too. There's an element of, like, this feels and looks wetter compared to yesterday as I got towards the end of the grout job last night. I'm sorry, I should have said less capable. Making my left hand less, my right. You're talking about using my weak hand. That's what I'm gathering from that. Let me ask you this. Have you trained yourself to use your weak hand to write? Because we could be doing that on a everyday basis as well, right? That's a nice lip right there for scraping excess off. Yeah, it's nice. This new grout, it's nice because it is wetter. Like it feels, the application of it feels much better in comparison to how it was last night as I got towards the end of the grouting, that is. Oh, that's a good piece too. I'm gonna go back down and get it. Why? Less waste. Yeah, it was a good piece that I dropped also, but I'm not gonna go back down right now. Someone else has dropped in the chat. I can't see. 1 second. Be there in a moment. Yeah, it's all drippy here, huh? I'll be back there in a second, chat. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying watching me do the thing. Check the chat in one more second here. Get this stuff here in the corner. Let's wipe it down. Let's read the chat. All right, let's see here. I lost the use of my right hand for a year when I was younger, so I learned to do everything left-handed. All right, so now you are lefty. Joker, are you a lefty person now, or are you still righty? Did you go back to being righty? That's a long time. Glad to know that it sounds like you got it back, so that's pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna sponge. And we've got Dwayno over here. Thank you for hanging out. All of my weapons have ambi switches. Nice. Hey, you never know when you're going to be like a Apollo Creed and the Predator, you know? Got to be able to fight with both hands. Oh man, I missed a spot. Just grab this here. All right, so this is a little bit different up here compared to the other areas where, actually it's similar to the bottom because I've got stuff going in different directions, you know, the grout lines. So just something to be mindful of is all. As I wipe. I'm still right-handed for the lighter stuff, but I lead with my left, if you know what I mean. Outstanding. Southpaws are dangerous. Southpaws are dangerous, folks. I was a boxer in college, Joker, so yeah. One of the guys on the team, he was a southpaw. Very good fighter. 4-time national champion in college. He was, not me. I was only a 2-time national champion. Collegiate level. Not pro. Although it was cool because what I had heard is if you win nationals at the NCBA level, that you get a chance to go to the Olympic box office, which that's another level of competition that I was good, but dang, watching those guys fight, I wasn't really interested in boxing at that level. And I learned that early on as well. And some of those kids, they've been fighting at the, I learned how to fight growing up, but at the level that they're boxing and fighting at, I was not at that level. And they are very good fighters. It's interesting. It's like the moisture that's in the sponge gives it a little bit of extra moisture in the grout itself to help it, I guess, adhere to itself. And I'm polishing up that haze that's right there. Not haze, but that line. Jose, thank you very much for liking the stream. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Mimi Bear's here. Good to see you. Joker, damn, bro, nice. You beat me either hand and blindfold. No more fighting for me, my friend. No more fighting for me. If I am encountered, if I'm ever into a fight, I'm walking away. I got nothing to prove to nobody. I know that I will win a fight. But I just don't like to anymore. Having had several TBIs, the doc's like, yeah, no more fighting for you. And TBIs TBIs from boxing, but also from, active service as well. All right, let's give it another wipe. We'll give this another wipe down later on to get rid of the haze, if you will. Yeah. Jose, can I be a mod, bro? No. I'm busy right now also, so I say no because I'm doing stuff right now. I don't want to touch my screen. My hands are dirty, number one. And I don't give mod to people that are asking for it. And I don't know you. First time for you to be here. You stick around long enough, then yeah, I will consider it. But why do you want to be a mod? What's your purpose in wanting to be a mod? I have a reason why I have mods. And people with a blue wrench that are standard moderators will moderate the chat. I know that they will do good for the stream, for the chat, because they will get rid of riffraff. You're new here, and for you to ask for a mod, stick around. You'll earn it, and you don't even have to ask for it. It'll just happen. And a word of advice to you also on that note, don't ask to be a mod. Why? I mean, if it works in other people's channels, good for them. It's not here. And that is what it is. Dusty, Jason's ADD keeps us all learning new things. Yeah, no kidding, right? All right, let's continue on. Continue on. Angle's still decent. Bring it around this way. Amazing job, brother. Thank you very much, Dusty. Thank you very much. A little bit at a time, you know. I'm enjoying the process, you know. For one, I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys, you know, talking a little bit here and there, and just it's the process, right? It's the journey. It's the journey. So holding this at at an angle to the grout line itself is what needs to be done. So it catches the other side of the grout line for what I think is better adhesion to the tile and ensuring that I don't have any gaps in coverage. So what do you guys got going on today? What's the plans? Dusty, you flying today? You flying your drones? And which one are you gonna fly? Let's go up top here. 1 second, chat. Getting rid of a lot of excess now, so I don't have to do it with a sponge, or do as little of it as possible with the sponge, that is. And scraping my float clean as well on those tight edges. All right, come back to the chat. I'm gonna wipe it down. All right, I just got done with yard work, Dusty says. What'd you do, Dusty? What'd you do with the yard work? Cutting the grass, weed whacking? You ever use a mower without an engine? Oh, with the blades spinning? Yes. Is that what you use in 90-degree weather? Oh my God, bro. You're hardcore, Dusty. If you catch me in that weather, I would be like this, sleeping, knocked out on the grass. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so hot outside. Got the chill batteries. If I was going to fly. Oh yeah, true. That's right. If it's too hot, I've discovered that if it's way too hot outside to fly, it's not even worth it. For me, it's almost like I'm better off to just fly, in the fall and winter and maybe spring. They're drying, they're drying. They're in their attic actually, drying up. And so there's different trains of thought on how long. For every inch, they say 1 year. For real. For every inch, 1 year. That push mower kicked my butt when I was young. Couldn't imagine doing it now. Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. Especially depending if you got terrain, Especially if you got terrain to have to deal with. Squeezing out the sponge here. How many people we got watching? We got 7 people. Outstanding. Thank you, guys. 7 million people in the house. It's cooler to say 7 million than 7. So each one of you is 1 million, as far as I'm concerned. Right? You're worth $1 million. Why? Because you're here, Quality viewage. Quality viewers versus, lurkers, which, we'd still get paid for lurkers, right? If you will. But, yep. Joker, I'm curious to know, is that the link that you posted? Is that a cleaning product to clean the grout? Because I'm all about cleaning it, bro. All about cleaning it, as opposed to having to regrout. Like you said, makes the job easier, right? To make it look white again. I'm trying to do also is wipe in the direction of the grout that I've done as opposed to away, so I know what I've done, you know? Squeezing it out in bucket number 1. And I'm going top down to the sponge. So in other words, I'm holding the sponge vertically like this, squeezing down, you know, letting gravity help me get rid of all the excess water. I guess for you farmers out there that are watching, would that be like how you grab a teat when you milk it, right? You stroke, you pull the nipple down, right? I never done it before. I only seen like, I guess the memes videos talking about that. That's how you milk the cow. And then I'll dunk it in my clean water for an additional rinse. And same thing, I'm milking it down, if you will, squeezing all the water out that way. And you know what? Just figuring it out as I go. You know, is there a better way? I'm sure that there's always a better way, right? And I'm wearing sneakers this time as well. Decrease the fatigue on my legs, on my feet. Ryan, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Dusty, so, all right, let's see here. No, I have a Cobalt electric mower, and yes, Joker, I remember that my grandfather used one. Nice, Dusty. What kind of drones do you fly? Let's see. Dusty says Mini 2, Air 2, Tello GPS. Nice. FPV, 5-inch Nazgul with analog system and waiting on a 3 foot on a 3, what? Waiting on a 3 with a Vista unit, a 3-inch with a Vista unit, 3-inch. Nice. I guess the easiest way to describe it is you're just painting the tile. It's really easy though. Nice. All right. I'm all about that, brother. I'm all about that. And waiting for Jason some of that box of quads he got from a friend 2 years ago. Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. All good here, bro. Good, Ryan. Ryan, Ryan, have you played the new season yet? Let's wipe again. Have you played the new season yet? And do you like the new season of Fortnite? For me, I'm content. I'm happy with it. It's cool. You know? I mean, I like playing Fortnite. All the new weapons, you gotta get used to it again, and it's like, all right, that's cool, whatevs. It is what it is. All right. All right, let's squeeze this out so it's ready to go for the next wipe down, so I can just get right to the wiping. Dusty, do you want to go digital with your goggles? Because I've actually got a few brand new BDI units to go to. Actually, no, you're already. What kind of goggles are you using? Because I do want to sell a set of the goggles that I have. I have a brand new set in box, new in box. I haven't even opened up the box because I bought one as a backup. DJI goggles V2, FPV goggles V2. I have another one sitting in a box thinking that I was going to use it as a backup, but I don't fly as much, so I don't need the backup. So I'm thinking about selling them. Brand new, they're like $500, I think. From, I don't even know if they sell them anywhere, but you can also add the BDI module to make it analog. All right, let's continue on. Continue on. Yeah, this is much wetter comparison to yesterday. It's almost like, are these brand new tubs of premix that they made? Because that's what it seems like. Good, it's good. I'm glad that it is, if that's the case. Don't know why I did it that way. Just trying something different. I know better too. All right, chat, almost done with this one. And then I'll take a look at the chat, catch up. Again, just enjoying the process, right? Enjoying the process. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. Air 2's great drone, says Joker. Yeah, 40th anniversary of Green. Oh, was it? Oh, that's freaking cool. You know, I'm gonna move the chat to over here. So when I'm reading it, it's actually, you can at least look at each other. Let's see here. Got wins yesterday, but I think there are too many overpowered weapons in the season. It's cool though, yeah. 0 wins. I didn't play that much yesterday. You know, 0 wins yesterday, but I'm just playing for the sake of WASD, and plus I was exhausted after doing all this work yesterday. Everything that's white currently, right, is what I did yesterday, with the exception of the stuff that's on top that I'm working on right now. Let's see here. Have you tried to sell the FPV on Marketplace on Facebook? You can sell local and not have to ship. No, I'm not. I haven't sold anything yet, Dusty. You know, just haven't gotten around to it. You know, slash I like my toys. I had the original Avata, says Joker, and the goggles that came with them was unreleased. Southern newer ones have cameras so you can actually see what's in front of you while you're wearing them. Yeah, no, I've got the Joker. I bought the Avata on opening day. I got it. Tuesday was my very first flight, right before my morning meeting. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I put it in the water, bro. Check out the video. It's actually pretty funny. Fast forward, of course, to the crash part, but it's awesome. You know what it looks like, but you got to see the water part because they actually recorded underwater for a while, for real. Let's see here. I dig old tech because it's cheaper, just hard to get. Yep, no, for sure. That would make it a bunch easier to fly legally. That's a whole nother discussion, Joker. Just the DJI area on a drone you built yourself would be the best of both worlds, I think. Never flown a Avata before. That's why I like analog FPV because you don't have any restrictions. No DJI unit on it. I'll turn it on anywhere. I'll check. All right. I built drones 15 years ago when you had to program the gimbal and hope you get 10 minutes of flight time. I get on a 10 on a 6S if I don't dog it. Yeah, right? I'll probably, on a 4S, I'll probably get maybe 3-4 minutes of flight time. Yep. All right. Yeah, the very first time I flew the Avata, I put it in the water. Yeah, the video is from September, I think, was when I got it. And I think I posted it shortly thereafter. But I really like the Avata. I also like the motion controller. It's a different way to fly. That's all it is. I like sticks. I like flying sticks. I like flying the motion controller. It all depends on how I feel like flying. If I want to fly with the sticks, then I'll fly with the sticks. If I want to fly with the motion controller, then I fly with the motion controller. You know, it's like, do I drive manual? No, I don't have a manual car, but it's another way to drive a car, right? Manual or automatic. You know what I mean? And I like driving automatic or manual. I don't so much because I don't have one. All right? Just another way to fly. I know some people, there are the haters out there and the purists, you know, that dislike it 100%. All right. Good on you. Everybody has, you know, reasons for why they do things, right? It's like everybody, you know, oh, it's better to play controller with Fortnite versus mouse keyboard. Different way, that's all. Each method, if you will, driving, flying, playing video games, has advantages and disadvantages. I mean, I think that the head tracking feature on the Avata is freaking awesome. I made a video on how to orbit with the motion controller. A point of interest, you know. Stephanie, good to see you. Let's see here. My set would only transmit 200 feet back then. Yeah, it's not too far, Joker, not too far. I think Joes want to live in the water. They always go right for it. Joker, I think I should have, back when I was flying a lot, I was putting the drones in the water a lot. The worst one though was when I put a drone in my pool. Now, I've also got a saltwater pool, right? And so what do you think it means with that? Well, saltwater pool, that the minerals in the water caused it to cause the battery to ignite underwater. And I just got a new pool liner installed. And I was like, no! I got it out of there so fast. And it was a little, what was I flying? It was a 3S or a 4S battery. I think it was a 3S. But yeah, when I put it, the very first drone that I built in the water, GoPro recorded. All right, made a video. The video's on YouTube also. That did not catch on fire. It was freshwater pond that it landed in. Yeah, so I have all the water in my backyard. I've got the pond next door, which is freshwater. I got the saltwater pool, and then I've got brackish water creek on the other side of my property. And yes, I have hit all 3 bodies of water. Why? I'm a knucklehead. I can't fly. Yeah, the very first drone that I built, I put that sucker in the water. I was like, no! Ooh! Bonk my head. All right, let's continue on. Whew. Oh, I gotta move over. Making progress. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. Very good. All right. I'm gonna move all the gear over to the side this way. Now, that's final rinse bucket. Let's see. Tim playing Fortnite and listening. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Got your microphone working yet, Tim? That was so crazy yesterday. And yeah, I apologize, Tim, that I kept leaving you because I came out of sight, out of mind. Can't hear you, right? You know, whenever we'd rift back in, he'd come back in, or reboot, he'd come back in, but we'd drive away already, and he's like running. He can't be like, yo, you know, maybe if you do like a whole bunch of pings, we would hear the ping. Like, and be like, what's that? And we're like, oh, we gotta go get Tim. So sorry, Tim. So sorry, man. Oh my gosh. Jim is here. Said hi. Hi, brother. Jason, I appreciate you, Jim, being here. Jason, did you do tiles or just regrouting? I am just regrouting. I am too lazy to do tiles. You know, and this is the first time for me to ever do this, and I forgot I got to do this entire wall now too also, which we'll get to eventually. But yeah, I don't do tiles, you know, just regrouting. It looks good. It looks good. You can see up there, it's not because I just haven't done it yet, so it doesn't look like it's been done. You can see it a little bit better if we angle it this way. We're gonna start work on this side here. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Building drones taught me how important every consideration is on the impact of building something. All right, nice. Don't know, I haven't tried it, but Epic messed me up on that one. Yeah, no kidding, right? All my settings are correct though. Yeah, that was whack, bro. I agree with you 100%. That was whack. That was not cool. Uncool, Epic. Uncool. All right. Continuing on with the grout on this side, just a little bit, just getting a little bit at a time. Again, I don't slather it on like the professionals do, because they clearly know what they're doing. Having done it a couple times, because that's their job, right? That's what they do. Little bit at a time, as opposed to globbing it on and having so many droppings on the ground. I'd watch these guys on YouTube, right? I'd watch them on YouTube, and they put it on with the big, float unit, the float rubber thingy thing, and they put it on, and there's just excess falling over all over the place, falling on them, and it's like, wow, man. To me, that was wasteful. Granted, I also bought the tiny tub, and I'm trying to get as much use out of it as possible without any excess, which is why I'm, so to speak, also, as I make droppings also, right? Trying to decrease the amount of droppage and waste. So I'll go one direction, hit the other, but what I'm starting to do though also is scrape the excess off the tile itself, so it's less to wipe down. If that's that technique, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And we're at the point in the game now, unless I'm doing something like, you should do this for this little bit that I have where I changed the technique, share it. If you're like, dude, or if you got an idea, like the Joker's idea of instead of regrouting everything like I'm doing now, the rest of the bathroom, because I look at it and I'm like, man, I want everything to match. Just clean it real good, brighten it up, paint on the white, which probably will seal it also. He's like, oh, so give it a good cleaning, right? And then paint the white stuff on, paint the grout. Or clean the grout real good with the cleaner clean, so it looks good. I am all about that. Saves time, money, mostly saves time as far as I'm concerned. Time is money, as we all know. If you don't know, hey, let me give you a piece of advice. Time is money. But when you think about it, it is. It really is. I mean, in my industry of indoor skydiving, we're selling time, right? We're selling time and the experience that goes along with that time. Yeah. And so, unfortunately, when minutes pass by and we didn't sell that time, we lost revenue. That's revenue lost. It's not like it has an expiration date of like immediate. It's an immediate expiration date, of our product. And so, good and bad. All right, good and bad. Pros and cons. To include, if someone's just along for the ride at an indoor skydiving facility and they just want to try it out for the first time, guess what? They're along for the ride, that's all, and that's fine. There are some people that will rent out the wind tunnel for X number of hours at a time. Yeah, for real. And yes, they got money to be able to do something like that, because it's not cheap. They've got they stay for that though, because that's their hobby. That's what they do. It's like go skydiving, go indoor skydiving, or fly drones. Both expensive hobbies. I mean, a parachute rig these days will run you a good, brand new, 10 grand. I got mine on a good deal. I think I paid 5 grand for mine 10 years ago. That same rig would probably be 10 grand today. And I got a good deal on it because they call it the rig's so nice they made it twice. Rig because they made this rig for somebody, a custom rig, by mistake twice. So they're just trying to get rid of it. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time when they were looking to sell it. I bought that sucker. Heck yeah. The rig's so nice. Rig's so nice we made it twice. Remember Madagascar? You guys watch that movie Madagascar, the cartoon? Remember the hippo? The girl hippo was Grace, and the boy hippo that liked Grace when they were on Madagascar. Remember his name? Look it up. What's the boy's name? Look it up real quick, because I got a funny story. Once you found it, let me know in the chat what that dude's name is. What that boy hippo's name is. I'm already laughing about my story. Oopsie. What's nice about these gloves also, guys, is that they're pretty, I mean, I'm rubbing it on a tile, right? It's somewhat abrasive, but these gloves I'm not rubbing a hole through it, you know? You know what I'm saying? With weak ass gloves, you can rub the hole through by rubbing it on once and they got a hole. But yeah, I mean, as much as I rub, right, I am not rubbing a hole in the glove, which is dope. I think it's dope. I think it's cool. No, I'm getting ahead of myself now. We need a wipe. Need a cap. Mug her out so it doesn't dry up. All right, you guys find the name? Not Gloria, not Gloria. That's the girl hippo. The boy hippo. Maybe it's Madagascar too that I'm thinking of. Yeah, I said Grace. Gloria is the girl hippo. Brittany Falk, good to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. You're either getting paid or you're paying. Yeah, right? You get paid by hour contract, so money is time. Exactly. Yesterday, I think it was my best kills in a reload match. Also, Tim. So funny. You're not allowed. Get your mic working, but you're not allowed to talk when you play reloads. Tim was destroying people yesterday, folks. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. We look up and like Tim was like, had 14 kills. We took second place, we lost. But that was Tim's best reloads match ever, I think. It was awesome. I was like, what? Tim was like, what? Everybody was like, what? Not Gloria, the other one, Joker. The other one. Once again, milking the water out of the sponge, you know, so that there's less on the wall. Oh wow, I did a lot. For these tiles that are diagonal like this, I feel like it's better to go up and down like this, and side to side. And then when I get to the top part here where it's diagonal, then I go at a 45-degree angle. Up here, don't really have a choice of direction. Kind of just have to go with what I got. I got dirty. My sponge, that is. All right, I got to run, man. Keep up the good work, buddy. Talk to you later. All right, Joker, real quick. The boy's name is Moto. His name is Moto. All right. So who's still here? Who wants to hear the story? I know Joker's got to roll. And Joker, you remind me about the Moto story later, since you got to roll. But who wants to hear this one? If you're still here. Thank you, Joker, for being here. Let's see here, Dusty, fully waterproof quads, right? For real. For real, Dusty. All right. I think what we're gonna end up doing is working my way down the wall as opposed to up it. don't worry about the droppings too much over here because I can pick it up right away and reuse it. Put it right back on my, it's not a trowel, it's a rubber float. This thing's called a float. One second, Jesse. Sponge time. All right, let's see here. Dusty's, while I'm watching a show, the guy said you have to have 3,000 hours of experience just to get a logger's license in California. Oh, wow. So how do you, to get a logger's license, so you could basically be a logger for 3,000 hours, which is effectively, if you think about it, right? If you are a full-time logger, that's 2,080 hours per year. So a year and a half of experience to be a logger, which is similar to being a tree climbing arborist. According to the TCIA, the Tree Climbers Industry Association, Tree Climbers Industry Association, TCIA, in order for me to get my certification, I had to be full-time with a tree climbing company, doing tree climbing arborist work for 1 year. If I own my own business, then I have to have at least 2 years worth. I think is what it is. Oh, part-time it's 2 years. logged hours. Yeah, so very similar to tree climbing industry also. Interesting that it's required for loggers though. But you know what? That's a dangerous job, and they probably they have those rules in place and licensed to run a business. And it's not just doing the act, you know, it's also managing and running people that are doing it and training people to be safe and perform the skills necessary to do the job safe. All right, because again, that's what it's all about. The safety aspect is often overlooked. The hell? Sounds like a good show, Dusty. Sounds like a good show. Enjoy it, my friend. Stop in when you can. I know if you're watching a show and can't do two things, it's difficult to watch a show and a live stream at the same time, especially when the dude that's live streaming, me, I'm not so active in the chat because I'm doing stuff, you know? I'm doing the thing. But I do appreciate you being here. Enjoy your show. Enjoy your show. We do have 5 people watching the show, watching me do the grout. Thank you very much for being here, watching, listening. Questions of what I'm doing, feel free to ask. This is probably the harder part of the job, squeegeeing out the sponge, because I'm squeezing it so dang, whoa crap, so dang hard, you know. Give myself a good arm workout, just from squeezing. Oh man, I missed a spot here. The heck. Or maybe because it's so wet, I need to let it dry a little bit longer. Huh. We're gonna do that. We're gonna let it dry a little bit longer. Like I said, this premix is actually really, it's nice. It's not drying so fast, but advantage, disadvantage once again. Okay, let's read the chat. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Tree guys are expensive, deadly, but high-paying trade. Gitchy, good to see you. I'm begging you, Jason, come to my house. I need some do-it-yourself done. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much, Gitchy. I appreciate it. I know, right? It's not easy, that's for sure. You know, but if it were easy, everybody would be doing it. And I get it, Gitchy. Holy cow. One project at a time though, right? One project at a time. That's how we got to do it. That's how I'm doing it anyway. All right, just a little bit at a time. And so it's coming along. You know, it's coming along. More slowly, but surely. Oopsie. So how's your weekend, Gitchy? How's it going for you? You enjoying your weekend so far? Did you get a chance to do any projects, Gitchy, this weekend? Yep, coming along. I'm enjoying the process, you know. I mean, I don't particularly like doing this in general, but I'm enjoying the work, you know. Getting it done, for one. Something that's long overdue, this project. Is today Father's Day? I thought it was next Sunday. I mean, we celebrated Father's Day early, actually, because my son was not going to be present for Father's Day. He is on travel. He's studying abroad, actually. He's in Ireland for 2 months. If today's Father's Day, I didn't even realize it. For some reason, I thought it was next Saturday. So I'm squeezing out the sponge, 2 different buckets over here. The initial rinse and then the second rinse. Trying to get all the water out as possible. And I was saying earlier, this might be the more taxing, physically speaking, of the task because I'm squeezing it, you know what I mean? Dusty, next week. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, wait, what? Had me confused too. This one part here has got me stumped. I can't get it to stick. All right. Whew. We're gonna go from the top down. Work our way down. Oh, I put a lot on. Oops. Great to see you as always, Gitchy. Thank you so much for being here. What's next on your projects list to do, though? All right, Gitchy, have a great day. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Right on. See ya. Gotta run, get those projects done. Whoa. Okay. Let's get some more. Oh, my finger locked up. Dusty, let's see here. I'll be back. Wife is calling. All right, brother. Understand that 100%. My wife calls, it means I'm being summoned. I got a tasking. All right, let's wipe it. I feel like I should have put tape on the wall to give it a nice clean line up top here. But it's too late for that now. Not pressing too hard, just enough to remove that layer. Moisten it enough. Squeeze it out. All right, let's see. Catch up on the chat again. Got 2 people watching. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Heck yeah. Moving right along. We're going to move the camera angle so we can get this way here in just a second. But I'm going to rinse. The second rinse. It's nice as water's cold. And at this point, it's almost like I'm nearly done. It's a light wipe. I'll wipe again later. All right, now let's work our way down. Oh, we need to change the camera angle for you guys, so it's better. This here. Once I do this part here, I don't need the ladder anymore. Did I drop the cover? There it is. I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm almost done. I don't care if I have any drops, you know. and squeeze out from the sides here. You can jump over the ladder now. All right, 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. All right, chat, we're back. My son called, and so that's why I was interrupted. And I will always be interrupted for my son when he calls. Why? Prioritize. All right? There's a priority. And you guys understand that. If you don't, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to explain it. But, yeah. All right, second bucket. I'm down low here, doing a thing. Squeezing out the sponge, making it clean, and then giving it another wipe. I do want to vacuum down there also. Five people watching. Thank you so much for being here. My 5 people watching. For those that are still active and watching, where are you from? Where are you? Or what time is it where you're at? If you don't want to say where you are. Not that I'm trying to narrow where you don't live at, but, you know. Just making conversations. All right, let's continue on. You know what? I am going to vacuum since I'm going to be over here, and I don't want to step on that stuff. So mute your microphones, Ibana Way, Canada. Mute your microphone. I'm going to turn the vacuum on. Okay, so in other words, it's got to get loud. All right, so turn down your microphone. All right. 1 second. I'm gonna turn on the mic. So mute your microphone in 3, 2, 1. Mute your microphone now, please. Unlucky. It's not plugged in. continue on. You know, I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. This ladder, that is, because it's in the way right now. I'm not going up high anymore. You know, so. Okay. That's a big piece. I'm gonna salad choose again. Layla Ventura of Mix TV, good to see you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me this afternoon. Yep, another project. Another project today. It's like, when am I not doing projects, right? Always doing something. Oh, I dropped the bucket, the thing in the bucket. Cover. All right, it's Let's do that now too. Why not? I already started it. One more, and then we'll get to wiping. Tim, first Battle Royale win this season with 14 kills. Solo. Nice, Tim. Well done, bro. That's freaking awesome. Well done. Well done. Getting after it, Tim. Tim's getting after it, folks. One more. We're gonna go everything above this crack line. I feel like that's a lot to wipe, huh? Let's see. That's freaking awesome, Tim. Tim, what weapon did you use to get the win? What was your weapon of choice for the win today? Congratulations, that's freaking awesome. Tim, what's your favorite weapon this season so far? First rinse. The rifle, this Spire rifle, yeah, I like that one too. I like that one too. Yeah, that's a good weapon. How about reloads, Tim? How many reload wins you got? Like 15? Just a light wipey wipe. I'm going vertically and horizontal wipes because my tile is set up on diagonals. All right, it's coming along, huh? Coming along. Whew. dropping so much down here. Almost there, chat. What do you think? Musty, what's going on, man? Good to see you. One reload main with y'all, Musty. Oh, Musty was there with you. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm doing very well, Musty. I appreciate you making an effort to stop on in and say hello. I've got chores to do before I get to play again today. Probably play here in a little bit. You know, here in a little bit, I'll get on. Got this pre-mixed grout that I'm using to re-grout the shower. And yeah, obviously, as you can see. It's a good project. It's messy, so do my best to stay as neat as possible. But we're moving along. I'm very happy with my progress of what I've done. We should have mic now. Basically using the phone mic. Yes? Sound is good? And thank you for letting me know. Tried a different technique this time, just now, where I basically just put a whole bunch on and wiping it away while it's actually pretty dry. As you can see, there's a lot flaking off. Do we have sound now, Tim? I hope so. Yep, working okay, good. I basically unplugged this chest mic because, or I didn't unplug it, but I deactivated it. It died, and so it's plugged into the phone, and when it was plugged in, it obviously died. It was no longer receiving audio, and so all I had to do was disconnect the receiver from the phone. So squeeze out, squeeze out, squeeze out. Milking the sponge top to bottom. Go into my rinse bin, which is now milky white now as well. So it's almost like, why bother? It's not as, I guess, grout ridden as the other one. Polishing off the centers. There's a lot flipping it around. Just rubbing it down. We're gonna have to change the squeeze out again here in just a moment. Mosaic is covered. A little bit more work, a little bit more work. First crown of the season, now to get more. Yes, Tim. Remember when you used to not collect the crowns? You always used to give them away? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Good times, good times. You're like, you want a crown? Hell yeah. You know me. Now you want the crown. Which is awesome. I think it's awesome. It's funny, I think the way we play, it's like every man for himself when it comes to getting the crown. Whoever gets the crown first, even if you kill them, gets it. When you crew up. What this does, going with the lines the way I'm doing right now, it smooths out the seams and finding. So that's a good technique also. So it basically transfers and rubs along the seams so it smooths it out for where there might be seams. And if I have any anything's missing, I can then fill in on it as well with the rub out. The mosaic will start to come through here in just a moment. We'll angle this down a little bit as well. Nanya, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. All right. Eddie said hugs. Adding a little more elbow grease to these areas here that's on tile that I've done already since yesterday. All right. Need to clean again. Coming along. Am I wrong, chat? I don't think so. I know he does it with love. No, I think you're right. I think you're right. I do. I am. I'm enjoying it too. You know what I mean? So thank you very much. How happy is your wife? You're almost done, Jason. She's on travel right now, so she will be happy. She'll be pleasantly surprised when she sees it. You know. I mean, there's more that I still need to do as well, but she'll be very happy. You know. And then it just comes down to what do we want to do for a new door, because we haven't bought that yet. The goal was to buy it, install it, you know, but then I was like, I was taking my time with this particular part of the project. But she'll be very happy that it will be when it's done. Well, we're close. We're not there. We're not quite there yet. You know. You're well over 3/4 done. Yes, agree. Agree. I think so, Andrew. I did many jobs like this. Looks nice in my house. Nice, Eddie. Yeah, you know what? That's what it's all about. You know, you fix up the house to the way you want it to be. You know, because you're living in it. You know what I mean? You're the one living in it. Make it look nice. Because I waited so long to do the thing. Good job, Jason. Thank you very much. The lady's going to love the shower, I bet. Yeah, no, she is. What do you mean, sorry? Sorry for what? No, this is, it's funny because she's like, you don't have to do all that work. And my wife's like, yeah. But the way I saw it, I was like, I didn't like it. So this will be a very nice surprise for her. Especially since she's on travel. I don't think she knows how much I've done. I didn't tell her. You know? I don't even think she's watching because she's hanging out with her girlfriend. Chilling. Sword Bouquet, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah, nah, all good. I understood what you're saying. You know, I mean, they call me Jay, also J-A-Y. You know, J-A, I've been called also. So it's all good. Oopsie, excuse me. Did you hear that? Thank you very much. Did you do this all by yourself? Yes. Solo. All by myself. All by myself. Do. All by myself. I did. I want to be all by myself. Don't quit my day job. I know. It's a good thing it's not my day job. It's my YouTube job. Not that I, karaoke sing. Maybe that'll be a thing. Someday, what do you think? Make it as a YouTube karaoke singer? Might get more videos, more views that way. Let's see here. New, good to see you. I got 5 on whatever Jason tosses. What are you talking about? Tosses? I appreciate you. I do my best. Whew. Like 1-5. Oh, like 15. Like 15. Thank you very much, New. Buhai in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. It's a little bit wet. I'm gonna rinse this out in cleaner water and then give it another wipe down as well. So let me do that real quick over here in the sink. In other words, when I wipe it, I want it actual clean water as opposed to milky water, which is why I tend to get a lot of that white residue, because my sponge is full of white water, dry water. We'll give it another wipe, very light, and then we'll wipe off all the haze later on. Mosaic looks decent. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, we're done. We are done with the grouting. Oh, I missed a spot. No, just kidding. I don't want to smooth out that joint. Just something I noticed. And then once all this is done, I will seal it. So I'm gonna wait, I think, X number of hours before I can actually do that. But before I even do that, I still have to go back through, wipe it again, and get all the residue off. Because this is going to dry, all right, and there's still going to be a residue, a haze, if you will. And we want that all gone, you know. No haze. So yes, let's see here. Looks like a construction crew just left, right? I know, right? That means I'm out of here, right? Appreciate that, Eddie. I appreciate you. Hugs, little Maggie May. Yeah. Whew. All right, we're done. I'm gonna rinse these things out, and then yeah, we'll go from there. You guys can watch me clean up if you like. I'll let it continue to run. I'm gonna go over here to the sink and rinse off this. Try not to grab too much. There's the sink, my sink. One more squeeze. Nice. That's it there. It's not paint, it's just water. You know, wet. It's wet. Whew. Someone said, where do I start with cleanup? Because I'm not exactly done yet, so I can't put everything away, you know. So on that note, I'm only going to put things off to the side for now. You know, tool-wise, everything will go off to the side. Toss that. Don't need that anymore. All this stuff here, put in the bag. My gloves. This, the tools, because I do have more work that needs to get done. It's done with the grouting. That's all we got. Oh, no way, dude! Congratulations, Eddie! Congratulations, got engaged. Congratulations, that's awesome, bro. Congratulations. She's the lucky one. In present company, yeah, but in front of her, you're the lucky one. Right? And you know this. You know this. I know it doesn't need to be said. It does not need to be said. We're going to vacuum here in just a moment also. Let's just vacuum right now. Mind your volume. It's got to get loud. Go. Her name is Crystal. All right. Does she fly drones also? Does she fly drones also? With you? All right. It's going to get loud. Mute your mic. Mute the sound for just a moment. I'm going to vacuum. Okay. Wow. Eddie's getting married. Thank you for the hugs. Heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah. That's pretty awesome, man. I'm extremely happy for you. Well done. Well done. All right. Did you know you could get hitched over the internet, chat? Is that how you did it? Let's see here. Let's see. Done deal. Looks like the construction is all of the bottom tiles on a 45. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it is. It's a neat design for sure. Thanks for letting me spam. No, dude, I don't consider that to be spamming. You're talking to me here. You're sharing your story with the chat. That's not spamming. Spamming is when you drop the link like a million times. You know what I mean? Like Koala does. And yeah, I'm saying Koala's not even here, but he doesn't. He drops 3 links, and I tell him every single time, dude, 1 link, uno linko, not trace. Just drop 1 link. You know what I mean? Oh wait, where'd the chat go? Close. Back. Close. This. That was funny. But yeah, for example, Matthew Mommy's World. Cherry Rose, good to see you. I was saying CR before all the time on your chat because I wasn't sure that you wanted, the world to know your name. You know what I mean? That's why I always say CR. But in my chat, I know who you are too. Good to see you, CR. Let's see here. All right. Nanya, happy for you. Andrew, bye-bye. Good to see you. We are over the net, so this is a factor. I don't understand. Did you guys get hit over the chat? Over internet chat? Is that how you did it? We did it. Proof. Oh, wow. I just got finished regrouting the shower tub. So as you can see, all these white lines, that's all brand new. Today, this wall, that wall, the wall over here, that was yesterday. Yeah. So, yes, indeed. That's what I did. So not cleaning up, it's not quite of a repair either. I guess a repair, too. So, but yeah. And like my plumbing is way messy. I need to rip out the walls. But how do you know it's messy? When you say messy, like dirty? Is that what you mean there? Eddie, agree with you, Matthew. Awesome. Late live. Hello, host. Yes. Oh, I'm missing stuff. Wow, nice tiles. Looks like easy to clean bathroom tiles like that. Yeah. That's the idea. So what I need to do now that I've finished grouting everything, I gotta let it dry. I'm gonna do a wipe down again, and then I gotta seal it so that. And did you know? I guess according to the internet, you're supposed to seal your tiles once a year. Yeah, I didn't know that. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta check a text here. I'm gonna pause the chat. Yeah, we're gonna clean things up. I have to pray the pipes don't bust. No kidding. But old house was made in 1876. Lucky. That sounds pretty awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's, yeah, it might be an old house, but that's got some character for sure, I think. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool. So, just over here a little bit. Better that way. But yeah, this is what we did today. So, I'm pretty happy with what we did, what I did. It was I don't want to say a challenge, but it was challenging. I mean, I've never done anything like this before, for one. But yeah, and it was fun. I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed doing it. you know. Some drips I want to wipe off here. Sponge isn't too wet anymore either. There's this haze that exists, say, right there, if you couldn't see it. Might have to zoom in. That exists. But, yeah, that's the job. Eddie, congratulations on your engagement. That's awesome. Thank you for taking a moment to be here and hang out with me with this project. I'm gonna clean up and get the WASDing on Fortnite. So thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate it. She is lucky for sure. She is the lucky one, Eddie. But we all know that you're the lucky one. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take off. And get to Fortniting in a little bit. So I'll go. Oh, what time is it anyway? Is it dinner time? Oh, it's only 4 o'clock. Maybe it's snack time, if anything, right? So, all right, guys. Have a wonderful day as well. Eddie, appreciate it. Manfred said, why don't you just say hi as opposed to said hi? Just say hi. Hi. You don't have to say said hi, you know. But I'm taking off. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you later on in the Fortnite. All right. Peace out.